I think it's safe to say that everyone has heard of Area 51, infamous for its classified government projects and steeped in a thick coat of mystery. Area 51 has become a household name over the past decades. But there's another government research facility with enough history and mystery to potentially rival its western counterpart. An 840-acre plot of land located in New York, just a stone's throw away from the popular tourist destination of Long Island. This is the story of the research facility housed on Plum Island. While many may have never heard of Plum Island, it has managed to become a hot topic for certain conspiracy theorists that believe more may be going on behind closed doors than we're being told. Plum Island is home to one of the nation's top animal disease control centers in the United States. They're tasked with identifying and controlling the harmful spread of animal-based diseases that could have serious repercussions on our food supply or environmental health. The facility was opened by the U.S. Department of Agriculture in the 1950s and has been starving off threats such as foot and mouth disease or African swine fever ever since. The work conducted on Plum Island could potentially be saving the U.S. from billions of dollars in economic losses if a contagious animal affliction were to spread into our food supply. But some believe that that's not the only agenda this animal Alcatraz has. John Verico, a spokesman for Homeland Security's Science and Technology Directorate, says that he's had a multitude of questions regarding the facility. I've had questions about Nazi scientists, alien technology, and genetically modified monsters, he mentions. While preposterous to some, the facility doesn't have the best track record of upholding the truth of its operations, even in an official capacity. Since the 50s, Plum Island also performed research into biological weaponry, with a mission to establish and pursue a program of research and development for certain anti-animal agents. The biological weapons research continued until the program was ended by Richard Nixon in 1969. The research that went on there was always shrouded in mystery, and despite questions and concerns brought forth, the US government continually denied that biological warfare experiments were held on the island. This remained the case until 1993, when Newsday unearthed documents proving otherwise, that biowarfare experiments were conducted, supposedly with anticipation of releasing them into the Soviet Union during the Cold War. These biological weapons would seep into the Soviet food supply, infecting their livestock and directly attacking their resources. In 1994, Russian scientists inspected the Plum Island research facility to verify that these experiments had indeed ended. There have been other officially documented accidents associated with the facility as well. In 1978, an unknown disease was released upon animals outside of the center. While it's reported that these creatures were swiftly culled to mitigate further infection, no one is entirely sure if any managed to slip beyond the island's borders. The Intelligence Department has classified a large amount of details regarding the outbreak. There were two following incidents in 2004 that made national news when cases of foot and mouth disease were accidentally released within the center. Concern about security protocol was widespread, with letters from senators and congressmen being drafted in an attempt to urge the facility to investigate and revise their internal procedures. There's a subset of individuals who strongly believe Lyme disease was a biological weapon that originated in the Plum Island laboratory. Lyme disease was first diagnosed as a separate condition for the first time in 1975 in nearby Lyme, Connecticut. Before that, it was originally mistaken for juvenile rheumatoid arthritis. Being a vector-borne disease caused by a bacterium, it could theoretically have been engineered. And then we reach one of the weirdest stories potentially associated with Plum Island's research facility, the Montauk Monster. On July 12, 2008, a creature dubbed the Montauk Monster washed ashore at Ditch Plains Beach near the business district of Montauk, New York. It was discovered by Jenna Hewitt, age 26, who was out with 3 of her friends for a casual stroll along the beach. Her group saw the mysterious creature and was taken aback. It was unlike anything that they had ever seen. She quoted as saying, "We were looking for a place to sit when we saw some people looking at something. We didn't know what it was. We joked that maybe it was something from Plum Island." Jenna took a photo of the mysterious carcass with her cell phone, which eventually led to a nationally viral media frenzy. Unlike so many other cryptids and mysterious creatures, this one was shot in full color and with enough detail to express how strange it truly was. Everyone was trying to make sense of the incredibly alien-looking creature. Many theories were brought forth, but none fitted perfectly. Some claimed that it was a sea turtle with its shell removed, but turtles don't have fur or teeth like the photographed carcass. Some thought that it was a large rodent, but rodents have too large incisor teeth in the front of their mouths. Others claimed it was a small dog or a sheep, but the body or mouth structure didn't match up. Eventually, the Montauk Monster created such a stir that the government was forced to chime in, as Plum Island rumors became increasingly debated. The response was that the creature is a raccoon who looks odd due to a culmination of skin disease and water decomposition. While this may have quelled the curiosity of some, many remained unsatisfied with the evaluation. Several counterparts were made, citing that the legs appear to be too long in proportion to the body to be a raccoon, amongst other factors. However, that was the story that they stuck with. Outside of Jenna Hewitt's photo and other eyewitness testimony, no one knows whatever happened to the Montauk Monster's carcass. Someone had purposefully removed it from the initial resting spot on the beach, whether due to sheer curiosity or a government cover-up. Some even claim that men in black hazmat suits came to remove the body, though these claims remain unsubstantiated. Even after all these years later, suspicion remains. What actually was the Montauk Monster? Could it have simply been a decomposed raccoon? Or was this an escaped chimera-type animal that resulted from the fusion of different genetic tissues? Could the animal testing on Plum Island be far beyond the scope of just disease prevention? Whatever the truth is, the Montauk Monster certainly stirred the pot and led to a wild array of theories and speculation. As for Plum Island and its 400-person workforce, the island plans to cease operations by approximately 2023, just next year. It's being gradually replaced by the National Bio and Agro-Defense Facility, a $1.25 billion project under construction at Manhattan, Kansas. Advances in security measures are said to make the offshore location unnecessary. Current plans for what will happen to Plum Island after the Animal Disease Center shuts down are unclear. The U.S. General Services Administration has already advertised the island and its buildings for sale. If the island ends up developing a commercial use, I'm sure many will want to be the first in line to potentially unveil the secrets that have echoed from its shores for over 70 years. Just remember, keep an eye out for any strange-looking raccoons should you find yourself in the area.